Dr. Narendra Sharma of the Neighborhood Outreach Connection joining us with something you're not seeing a bunch about in other media. Dr. Sharma, you of course have been involved with families who are living and working on the island and throughout the Low Country, throughout Beaufort County. We've got another one of the apartment complexes on the island, on the north end of the island, the Oaks, that's kind of changing its mission from workforce and retirement housing to short-term rentals and even Airbnbs. And that's really changing the face of the community, isn't it?
Yes, Bob. I think this trend has been in motion for about 3 years now, where outside investors and some local investors have targeted underserved neighborhoods such as Oaks, Cadillo, and others. It has become fertile ground for these investors to come in and transition to short-term rental, catering to the tourism market and the hospitality sector. But in this process, what they are doing is sort of undermining or changing the characteristics of these neighborhoods that provide valuable labor to our local economy.
Now, does that begin a cycle of, okay, now we have less labor because it has to move off the island because we're now renting to the tourism market, and then we have even fewer workforce housing opportunities for those people?
Yeah, it will have serious, significant impact on our local economy. It will undermine our competitiveness, future investments, and it will impact on the tourist sector as well. The other impact will be cost of living will go up. It is going to have impact on the quality of life. Hilton Head depends on low wage and moderate wage workers to support our service sector as well as health sector, domestic sector, so on and so forth. And if we are not able to retain some of these workers here on the island, it's going to have detrimental impact on our economy. Wage rate is going to go up. It's going to increase the cost of living, undermine our competitiveness, as I said earlier. And it will also impact on future investments.
Yep. All right. So what can we do about it? You're talking to people, and we all need to be talking to the people in charge, don't we?
Yeah, we need to. I think the gravity of the problem is serious. For example, just let me demonstrate to you how this impact translates into ways that it's impacting us more directly. The investors have come into the Oaks now. They've taken over the board. They control the board. In the last 2-3 years, most of the renters have been moved to month-to-month rental, and they're converting a number of these units now into Airbnb. In this process, what happens is most of these people are leaving the island. We are losing our workforce.
How many kids were you serving at the Oaks, and how many are you now? I mean, what do you give us a number?
Well, let's say for the last 10 years, we've been serving average of about 50 to 60 kids in a session. And what the investors have done more recently is have asked the kids who are coming from outside, particularly from the northern end of the island, and as well as Sandalwood and Hilton Head Gardens, that they can no longer come into the Oaks to attend NOC's after-school program there. They are also taking further actions now, telling us that we'll have to sort of terminate the entire learning program in the Oaks. Yeah. So you can see that they are moving at an accelerated pace to change Oaks completely. And if they do, that means that here's a neighborhood that was an idle place for working class people and retirees of modern income, catering to the tourist sector. And again here, what we are talking about, timeshares and Airbnb. Airbnb has no control. There's no control in the island. Right. And it's sort of expanding by leaps and bounds, and this will also have impact too on the quality of life here and in the characteristics of a lot of these neighborhoods that add to our diversity. They also provide valuable labor to our local economy.
The island, a victim of its own success. Much still to be discussed on this topic. Thank you so much, Dr. Sharma, for joining us. We also want to thank Steve Quick, Hannah Horn, and Brian Kynard for their contributions. And as always, we thank you for taking the time to check us out on the Hilton Head News. We'll be checking you out around our island home this week.